I just got done watching The Acolyte, and it wasn't that bad. I know, it's a crazy thing to say nowadays, especially with all the videos out there. You know, all these people are saying, oh, it's the worst thing that's ever been released. Well, it wasn't, because it didn't break the lore. It kind of did, but it didn't break the lore in terms of like Last Jedi level, like killing a character like Luke Skywalker off like a coward, like they did in The Last Jedi, which I will never forgive them for that. But it didn't really break the lore. I know there's like a birthday, like Master Cadamundi's birthday or whatever, but who cares? Except for the end, like Master Yoda showing up at the end was weird, because isn't this show like set 1,000 years before the events of like the Star Wars movies or something, and Yoda's like 900 years old when he dies, but whatever, it's probably a different Yoda. Who knows? There's always been a Yoda, you know, driving the Jedi Order or something, I don't know, but we'll see. I think it's Master Yoda though, but he's old and gray in that one. Who knows? He's a freaking clone now. Grogu's a clone or something. But anyway, yeah, the really good parts of The Acolyte were the lightsaber fights. Some people say that it was bad, but it wasn't bad. It was really, like, that was the most exciting parts of the show. There was only one problem with the lightsaber fights, and that was that I didn't care about the characters that were involved. Like, I just didn't care about really any of the characters, except I did like Master Soul. He was a really cool character, but what did they do to him at the end, dude? They freaking, it was like one of those movies where like the bad guy gets defeated, and they're like, and then they make a lie up about him and say he went out on his own and committed all these crimes, but you know, we're gonna slander your name, but it's okay because you were my friend. So he kind of was a bad guy at the end, but he wasn't. And then at the end it showed like Ocean and Mae, and they were like, let's do this together. So like they were the good guys or something, and it did make the Jedi look like the bad, which, I mean, to the dark side acolyte style character, like the Jedi would be the bad guys, but they actually were the bad guys in this one. But the only reason I say that it wasn't that bad is because it didn't, like, it was just a cast of characters that I didn't care about, and some of them died and turned to the dark side or whatever. Like, I didn't really see an issue, like, it affecting the bigger Star Wars from that. I'm not excusing Disney of the DEI bullshit that they put in every new show now, apparently, or the weird scenes like the lesbian space witches. That was weird, dude. It gave me weird feelings, and I didn't enjoy it. So I'm not excusing them from what they're doing. They know darn well what they're doing, and especially Leslie Headland. She just always comes out and says this weird shit, and the fact that they're allowing someone like that to be the head of a major Star Wars show is very telling, and I don't want to support that. I'm just saying, from the perspective of like the Star Wars lore, what they did to Star Wars, it wasn't that bad what they did. But yeah, I mean, there's good and bad parts to everything, and I think I like to give credit to the good parts as well, you know, or if I feel like if people don't give credit for good things like the lightsaber duels, then they're just finding any reason to put everything down that's Star Wars Disney, and it's not all that bad. Star Wars used to be good versus evil, you know? Used to be the good guy versus the bad guy. Now in everything, and the Joker 2 is out soon too. Like it's almost like they're turning the bad guy into the good guy. You know, the Jedi are the bad guy in this show. But yeah, Osha and Mae, I even kept getting them like mixed up together because I didn't know which one was talking half the time, even though they're not actually like twins in real life. But I'm just I wasn't paying that close attention because I kept like, I don't know, it wasn't an attention grabbing show. It wasn't a good show, but it was at the same time like the lightsaber fights was nice to see, you know. But again, I didn't care about the characters. So I mean, it wasn't a great show, but it was written by. It seemed to be written by like these people that do like those like romantic fan fictions or something. To me, I don't know why, but the bad guy in it was like all like sexual with Osha or Mae or one of them. I don't remember, but he was like naked in the freaking pole, and it was just really weird. And then they were holding hands at the end. I was like, okay. So they're like a couple now. It's like it's just all very feminine, I guess. Is what I wanted to say. But I did like the bad guy most of the time. Like, okay, another thing. Everybody was going off about the helmet. Like, who cares, man? You know, it's like Smilo Ren. It's like, all right, it's a helmet. It's not the best looking design helmet, but I did know what they were going for with. It's like one of those masks that samurai would wear to scare their enemies. I don't think there's going to be a second season of this. There's no way that they're going to make another season of this. So that's probably a good thing, because they were probably going to bring in Yoda, and oh my gosh, they were probably going to screw up Yoda and really bad, you know. So it's probably a good thing that they're not doing another season. But a lot of people did like the show. Like, I made a drawing, like a quick drawing of the bad guy from the show. I don't know what his name is still. It was like the Stranger at first, and now it was like, what's his name? Freaking Omi or something? I don't know. It's a stupid name, but yeah, I did a drawing of the villain from The Acolyte, and it got a bunch of likes and views and stuff, and there are people out there that really did like this show. I don't think they should be blamed for like liking the show, you know what I mean? Because they're probably not, they're definitely not hardcore Star Wars fans or anything like that. You shouldn't like the show, it sucks, it's not good Star Wars. Alright, well, all the fans know that, right? It does. I mean, anybody that knows writing or anything like that can see that it's a shitty, it's not good writing. I don't think Star Wars has had good writing since probably the last well-written show might have been the one with Andor in it. Andor was a pretty, like, it kept my attention, but there was no payoff in that show for me. But anyway, I think the lightsaber action was pretty damn cool in it, but that was probably the only good thing about the show. It wasn't that well written or exciting or anything like that. But yeah, I think it let a lot of people down because they thought there might have been a chance to have something cool, because a show named The Acolyte like sounds like a really cool show, like about a Sith or something, you know, like the first Sith, and how the Jedi would handle that, which there is a lot of source material out there to use for that. Everything in Legends would have been perfect to use, you know, Revan, all that. I mean, it's already been discussed, but they decided to make all these new characters that we don't care about, and of course Soul's dead, so he died stupidly too. He was like, it's okay, and then he got choked out. I was like, come on, man. All right, yeah, you were supposed to kill a Jedi without using a lightsaber, but yeah, I was disappointed. I was like, don't kill Soul, come on. He was like the best character, but they killed him off, which is fine, because that show's pretty much dead anyway. But I don't know if I'm just a child, but I just liked the lightsaber duels. Like, except for a couple parts, the one where the one Padawan was holding. I noticed it as soon as I saw it. He was holding back the Wookiee's lightsaber with like a backhand grip on the saber, with just his little arm out sticking out there. He was using the Force, okay? It wasn't strength, it was the Force. That's how I would answer that question, probably, if I was Leslie Headland. Which, is it Headland? I don't know what her name is, man. But I saw an article that came out the other day that said the reason Osha or Mae killed Soul was because of his sexism or something. I was like, they make things worse whenever they come out and say that, but I don't think they care. And listen, I'm gonna keep watching these Disney shows, because guess what? Disney's not going anywhere. They're not gonna run out of money if a few fans on the internet say, I'm not gonna watch it anymore. They don't care, because they're not. Here's a shocking fact for you. They're not getting their money from us, okay? So I'm not gonna say where, but I think everybody knows that they're not getting money from us. They don't give a shit about if we watch or if we don't watch. They're still gonna make money, and I still want to watch. I still want to watch the stuff that they put out, just because it's very interesting to me, and there are some good things. I've said it over and over again. You know, The Mandalorian was a great show. I liked all of The Mandalorian. I liked most of the Book of Boba Fett. But I think it's important to say what's wrong with this stuff, as long as we remain like aware of what's going on with it and how they're screwing it up. Just leave it 1,000 years in the past, and it'll be fine. You know, don't screw up any more characters. Don't touch Yoda. Don't you touch Baby Yoda. Let me know what you think in the comments. Am I wrong? Am I a Disney shill for saying it wasn't that bad? I don't think I am. Anyway, yeah, let me know, and I'll talk to you next time.